Howdy folks, this is Troy from Vtwins To V8s, and I'm just going to do a little video here on my 2002 Hardtail chopper. This is a bike I picked up a while back. I did do some paint work on it. I put a cam in it. I did some detail work to it, and now I'm going to sell it. I played with it for a little bit, and when I did the cam, I painted these rocker boxes this kind of like gunmetal gray color, and I really liked it. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to take a lot of this chrome stuff off. I'm going to tape this bike all up, and I'm going to make the whole rest of this look like this gunmetal. Then I bought some hardware, some chrome hardware, and I'm going to take and bolt all that stuff on. And it's just going to kind of detail the bike out, so it's got a real crisp, finished look to it. It's an old school metal flame job on it, and it's got the king and queen seat, and it's got the long upswept pipes. It's a real traditional old school chopper bike. It's a ton of fun to ride. I played with it, and now I'm going to detail this up, and I'm going to put it on eBay, and we'll see what happens. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut this camera off, and I'm going to go at it, and periodically as I make my way through the project, I'll pick up the camera, turn it on, and kind of give you an update of what I got going on. Okay, I'm back. All right, so what I did now for my engine repaint project is I removed, you know, the stuff that's easy to come off. I took the shift linkage off, I took the spark plugs, these little chrome caps off, took the wires off over here on this side, and then over here on this side I removed my exhaust pipes, my air cleaner, and that's pretty much it. Everything else I'm just going to tape off and just kind of work around, because everything else is like a major project to take off of the bike. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to wash this whole engine down with some pre-cleaner along with the adjacent areas so I can start taping this thing off. So I'm going to tape off all my lines. Anything that I don't want to be this color gray is going to be taped off. And more than likely I think I'm going to tape these right off because I've already done them. And it'll just make it a nice, easy way to mask off the top of the engine. So I'm going to go ahead and get that done. And once I get it all taped up, we'll come back on camera. I'll show you what I've done. And then we'll apply some paint. And it'll all be in the history books. See ya. Okay, and we're back. So now what I've done is I've prepped everything. I've masked everything off here that I don't want to be painted. There's some, you know, things that you just can't get at, but I mean, I've used all types of little different tools and things to wedge tape in here, there, and everywhere. And sometimes you don't actually have to completely tape something off because of the way the paint sprays onto the surface. Sometimes if you just got a kind of like a flap of a piece of tape that will block your spray, that will be sufficient to keep it clean. There's a lot of nooks and crannies that you can see now that you're not going to see once the exhaust and the air cleaner and everything else is back on the bike. So I tend to be a little critical, but you know, that's what gives you the results. So as you can see, I've taped everything off. I've left all these bolts exposed because I'm going to paint the ones this gunmetal color. I'm going to paint all of them. Then I'm going to take the chrome ones and I'm just going to replace the chrome ones. I'll leave all the other ones to blend into the background. So what I'm going to do is I've got it nice and warm in the garage right now for a while. That way there you want your surface to be warm. The thing that I am going to do is I'm using the same wrinkle gray. It's a Harley-Davidson product. They hose the crap out of you for about $25 a can for this, but it goes quite a ways. And if anybody, you know, hasn't used the spray can, the whole idea is put a little bit of material on and then let that material flash off and dry. Not completely dry, but, you know, dry to a tacky touch, then apply your subsequent coats. Usually it's going to take 2 to 3 coats. 2 coats you're in pretty good shape. The third coat just kind of finishes everything off and takes care of whatever nooks and crannies you got. What I like to do is first I like to do all my little hard areas that are really going to be hard to get at. I'm going to spray into those areas first. I'm going to let it flash off. Then my second coat, I'm going to cover the whole thing, and then the third coat, the whole thing again, and then things should be good. So I'm going to go ahead and shut you off. I'm going to shake this spray can really good, because you want all of the material that's in here that's settled, you want that to mix up nicely. So you shake the crap out of it for about 5 minutes, and then apply it. So I've already been shaking this for a while. I'll continue to do that, and then I'm going to apply some paint, and then I'll come back and I'll let you see where I'm at. Okay, folks, so I'm back, and I got the entire engine resprayed. It's got a nice wrinkly, satiny kind of look to it. It's got a very like military kind of gunmetal look to it that I really like. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to strip all this paper off of it, and then I'm going to change all my bolts, and then we'll reassemble the bike and we'll see what we got going on there. So we'll take and start ripping some paper off, and I will be back with you shortly. Okay, so I'm back. I've stripped all of the paper off of the bike, all the tape. You got to really look really closely to make sure that, you know, all these secret little areas that you put tape in, that you actually get all that tape off, which I got some right here that I forgot. And I've still got this on here because I got a little drip coming from the carburetor. I don't want any of that fresh gas to fall on my fresh paint. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the parts that I took off of the bike, and I'm going to clean them really good as I put them back on. I put the plugs back in, put these head bolt covers on. I'm going to get the wires back on. I'm going to get my shift linkage that I painted back on. And over on the other side, I'm going to put my... probably start working on my rocker box bolts, and then kind of work my way down. I don't want to put this air cleaner on because I'm going to do these bolts here on these lifter blocks. And I'm just going to kind of like take my time and put this thing all back together. And as I add little pieces of chrome, as you can see, it really details it out. So I'm going to work on that, and then as I go through it, I'll come back and we'll talk a little bit. Okay, so now we're at the completion of the project. I've taken and put all of the chrome bolts back on, put all the components that I had taken off of the bike, cleaned them, put them back on the bike, and we basically have the finished product here. So I am going to zoom right in here so you can see this is where we put, you know, the chrome bolts in these rocker boxes. Cleaned up these push rod tubes and added these bolts to the lifter blocks. Put chrome bolts all on this timing cover, and you can just kind of see it just really makes the engine pop. I got some chrome bolts on this transmission cover, and I put the exhaust all back on and everything, so everything's back the way it was, but now the engine is nice and clean. It doesn't look new, but it doesn't look old either. You can kind of see it just kind of brings everything to a nice finished clean look. So that's my project for today. It's I guess you could call it Paint an Engine and Chrome Bolt Thursday. Be looking for this bike on eBay on the 29th of September. I'm going to run it. It'll be on for a week, and we'll see what happens. Maybe somebody around here will buy it. Maybe somebody where it's nice and warm all the time will buy it and enjoy it, but look for it on eBay. eBay store is Vtwins To V8s.com, Vtwins To V8s on Facebook, and Vtwins To V8s on eBay. So thanks for watching my video, and I'll keep you posted on my other projects. You'll see a lot of my other posts if you go to Facebook. I'm building a crazy stretched out 70s style chopper all laid down long and low, and we're in the process of doing that one at the same time. I took a little break so I could get this one really dolled up for the sale. Well, thanks for watching, and have a great day.